serves customers worldwide in around 70 countries, and they have application in food, beverage, and dairy products. The main or core business are filling lines, sleeves, closure, and spouts, and services. They have a solid presence in the market with interesting customers around the globe. So talking about the industry overview and trends, we can say that SIG is a competitive industry for aseptic packaging and companies. They also have are leaders in the innovation field and also the technology field. They follow the new trends with the higher demand, for example, with the on-the-go products and also the ready-to-drink products. They are the #2 global leaders, and they have an interesting market share with Tetra Pak.
Some of the financial highlights have demonstrated the company is growing over time. The strong revenue and free cash flow performance in a context of COVID has demonstrated the company has been growing around uncertainty times. Also, the free cash flow of 2,033 euros have demonstrated that the company has good indicators. And as you can see here, all of the indicators have been positive compared of last year and of the 10 past years too. Financial ratios have demonstrated also that the company is good for investment. For example, the liquidity ratios are higher than the industry. This can demonstrate that it has the company can face short-term debts and meet needs of cash compared to other competitors. The solvency ratios demonstrate that the company has higher debt compared to other companies. However, some other companies, as Tetra Pak, its main competitors, can be too conservative, and that's not that positive. Profitability ratios, we can see that the main ratio demonstrates that the company has handled its management in an effectiveness over the past 5 years. Also, the ROI, the ROA, and ROI have shown that the company has good indicators too.
Talking about valuation of the company, assuming no major deterioration in exchange rate, the adjusted EBITDA margin includes the consolidation of the Middle East and Africa business is expected to be in the 27 to 28% range, as we can see in the sales table. Okay, talking about bonds and stocks of the company, the market capitalization of each stock is 6.57 billion, and the qualification for the company from Moody's and Standard & Poor's is very favorable, and this company is stable, which means that it's a wise invest for investors. The net present value of the company, the SIG announced plans to build a new product facility in Querétaro in April 2021. This is going to be approximately investment of 48 million in the development of the new production plant. This is a highly positive fact for investors.
SIG acquisitions, the company is buying the remaining 50% of the shares of the 2 joint ventures in the Middle East. This project is estimated to grow in 5.5%, and it will the company, the OEG group, will receive 17.5 million shares. Some of the things that SIG is doing is also using loans. The loans have been used for new plants, like the plant in China. Also good for investors, as the company decided to refinance its debt using more than 1.900 million notes, as you can see here in the graph. Also, we analyze the current beta, and it can be demonstrated that SIG has a less systematic risk than its main competitor, Tetra Pak. That means SIG is less volatile, so less riskier than Tetra Pak, but it can offer less returns in stock.
So after an interesting analysis of the cost of equity and the dividend, the use of the dividend growth model, we can say that This tool will allow us to analyze SIG Combiblock's financial model through the analysis of its own resources of financing and external sources of financing. So talking about the WACC, we can say that SIG Combiblock has an interesting position in the competitive comparison, and the calculation of this rate is really useful for considering three different approaches. We can say that company assets, of course, the rate to be used for the discount, the expected cash flow, the liabilities, which are the economic cost for SIG to attract capital to the sector, and also for the investors, and they can know the return that they expect. Talking about the environmental and sustainability, we can say that SIG take care of this topic, and they really make actions to improve the environment and help the communities.
Okay, finally, for the recommendation to the investors, should I invest money on SIG? After an exhaustive analysis, our recommendation is to invest in SIG because top line performance demonstrate continuing success of growth strategy and resiliences of business. Resilient end market and reasonable business model. Focus on margin quality and business efficiency. Discipline CapEx to drive growth with attractive returns. A strong return on capital, which is 29.5 by 2020, and also we are showing the list of our top 10 customers with average 30 years of contracts for which represent 35 of the production of the company. So this is a very solid company, and yes, you should invest in our business. Thank you very much for your time, for your attention.